Good afternoon, guys. So today we'll be discussing about CDN, that is Content Distribution Network. And before starting, let me say sorry to you as I couldn't make any video since last few days. And the reason was my laptop as it was not behaving very well and I had to format it. Anyways, rather than wasting time, let's switch to the lecture. So what is a CDN? A content delivery network is a system of distributed servers also called as network that deliver web pages and other web content to a user based on the geographic location of the user, the origin of a web page, and a content delivery server. So we'll be discussing with an example. So if you can see that this is the map of the world and I am hosting a website in India in a server being hosted in India. If you move further, can have users throughout the world, whether they are not in Northern America, Southern America, Africa, or Australia. Suppose they want to access the website which is being hosted in my server. So what they'll have to do, they'll be accessing that website through separate channels. These are the channels, and they'll have to directly access my server. So as you can see that the user who is sitting near to India or to the server hosted in India, he'll be able to access that data very promptly. However, the user like he's sitting in Northern America, he won't be able to access that data very promptly. As he's sitting very far away from my server, the data will be transferred to him throughout the lines or to the networks which are laid under the seabeds, and then that data will be delivered to him. So this is the traditional model where previously this was being used, and suppose a user who is trying to access the data and he's sitting very away, he won't be able to get that data very fastly, or or he'll get that data in very after so many hours. Okay, so to solve this, we have uh, AWS and Amazon has incorporated CloudFront technology, in which these are few terminologies which we'll be discussing. First one is edge location. This is the location where the content will be cached, and this is separate from an AWS region or availability zone. It's not same as the data center, and this is separate from those. What is origin? So it is the origin of all the files that CDN will distribute. This can either be an S3 bucket, an EC2 instance, an elastic load balancer, or Route 53. A third one is distribution. So collection of edge location is called as distribution. So let me explain these with taking an example. For example, there is a person and he makes the data or makes the product, some product, let's say guitars, in his home. Okay, so that home will be considered as an origin because that is the place where all the product is been lying, or your data is been lying. So your server or your S3 bucket will be the edge location. Okay. Now suppose he has to sell that product which he has made. Okay. What he'll do, he'll open a shop or he'll go to a market. Okay. So that marketplace where he'll be selling his data or he'll be sharing his selling his product or sharing his data, that place will be called as edge location. So you can see that suppose a person who is sitting in America, he wants this product. The person who has made in India in his home, if he wants this data. So what will happen? So the distributors will come in between. So that distributor will take the data or that product or that guitar as a product, and then he'll send it to he'll sell it to the person who is sitting in America. Similarly, we have distribution. So we can have multiple edge locations, and the multiple collection of multiple edge locations is called as distribution. So we'll now explain using this picture. So we again have the world map, and we have a website hosted in India, and we have users throughout the world who will be accessing this website. So previously in the traditional model, they were directly accessing that website or hosted on the server. So that time it was very slow. Okay, so to solve that thing, we have created edge locations, and edge locations, you can see this red picture. So these edge locations can be multiple and can be laid on the places where we cannot build data centers. So if you can see, suppose the user wants to access some data, what he'll do is he'll try to access first. He'll access that edge location, the nearest edge location, and suppose that data is not there, then that edge location uh, will connect to the server, and then the data from the server will come to the edge location, and it will be cached. Now this happens only the first time. Suppose other users sitting in the America, Northern America again, if we want the same data, then the second time location need not to go to the server. It has the data in its cached memory, so it will directly give the data to him. This proves that how the data will be given to him very promptly, no matter what, in which world or in which what place of the world he is sitting. So the only thing is he should have edge locations near to him. Okay, so we have more than 150 edge locations throughout the world, and for example some places like Cuba or Kenya, we cannot build data centers because of political issues, because of money issues, because of geographical morphologies. Okay, so in that case, we what we do, we make edge locations on those places. So these are few points. So Amazon CloudFront can be used to deliver your entire website, including dynamic, static, streaming, and interactive content. So whether that data is dynamic, okay, for example, PHP pages, whether that data is static, for example, HTML pages, streamings, for example, when you stream your live videos or stream your videos on Facebook or stream your videos on YouTube, your gaming videos. So that can also be distributed using CloudFront, or whether it's an interactive content. For example, I have a survey that who will win the elections in 2019. Okay, and that survey has been hosted on website hosted in India. And suppose some NRI who's sitting in Northern America, he wants to access that survey. For example, the question in that survey could be who will win the India election 2019, whether it's Congress or it's BJP. Okay, so the question is being asked on the website, but when that guy is answering, he is answering in his country, in America, and he is actually interacting, right? And he is uploading his views on that. So that is called as interactive content. So interactive content can also be distributed using CloudFront or using a global network of edge locations. Also, request for your content is automatically routed to the nearest edge location. So there can be many edge locations. I've shown you only single edge locations to simplify it further, but a place where you cannot build a data center, you can have multiple edge locations over that place. And so content, if you ask for some data, you will be routed to the nearest edge location. And if the data is cached there, that data will be given to you very promptly. And if data is not there, then your location, your based on round robin concept, your request will be shared to the another edge location. So content is delivered with the best possible performance because of edge locations. Okay, so Amazon CloudFront is optimized to work with other web services like S3, so we can upload our PDF video files or other static files on S3. Okay, we can EC2, we can host our websites on EC2, load balancing and Route 53 that we can explain later on. These are few exam tips before going in the AWS Architect exam. So what is an edge location? This is the location where your content will be cached. This is not same as data center availability zone or AWS region. And origin is the place where your data resides actually, where your parent data resides actually. Okay, where the data was made or where data is hosted. So this is the origin of the file which CDN will distribute. and this can either be an S3 bucket, an EC2 instance, ELB, or Route 53. So distribution, what is distribution? Collection of edge locations. So there can be mainly two type of distribution. First one is web distribution. So it's for distributing websites mainly. And those websites can be PHP or dynamic websites or static websites like HTML. Second one is RTMP. So mainly RTMP is used for media streaming. Okay, suppose you want to stream your live video or live gaming video, then RTMP type of distribution is used. So there is all kind of data can be distributed using edge locations or CD. Okay, a few more examples. So edge locations are not just read only. You can write the object stem to them too. For example, you were reading you were accessing some website, so it means that you are reading that website, right? Now suppose you are uploading, you want to upload some, you are accessing some S3 bucket and you want to upload some PDF onto that. Okay, and suppose let's take an example. Suppose an NRI is sitting in America and he wants to upload his Aadhaar card, or he wants to upload his picture, or wants to upload his PAN card onto the Indian visa website or Indian passport website, which is being hosted actually in India. So that he can do. Okay, he'll be able to upload the data. He'll be able to upload the object to it easily. So it's just not read only, but you can write to it too. Okay. So second point is objects are cached for the life of TTL. So what is TTL? TTL is the time to leave, which makes it's the time which you set when you'll be configuring CDN. So it actually puts the expiry date of your data. So if you set the TTL value to 20 days, so for that 20 days the data will be cached into the memory of edge location. After that, that data will be expired. Okay. A third point is you can clear the cache date objects or the data, but you will be charged. So now suppose your cache memory is full and you want new data to get uploaded in that, or you want to access some new data. So you need to clear the cache, but you need to remember that you will be charged for that. Okay. So this is all about CDN, and next we'll be doing a lab for CDN. Till now, bye bye. Have a great day. Have a great Saturday. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And please also let me know if you have any questions. Do comment in the comment sections. Thank you very much. Have a great Saturday. Bye bye. Take care.